So the bulk of the military capabilities of the Western powers are tied up in certain situations. The American army is preoccupied with the Middle East. They're entirely focused on it. All the news, everything, it's all orientated towards the Middle East. And the European Union seems to be focused on a little bit on Syria, but mostly on their border disputes with the Ukraine and Russia. Uh, Russia is a grumbling power and needs to be recognized. There's no doubting that. I don't think the bulk of the European Union army is on the border. I don't think it's escalated to that point. But still, it's Russia's a country that can't be ignored. Uh, they're developing weapons and military capabilities that we don't know about, and it's not being reported in mainstream media or any media outlet at all. You can't just accept Facebook as being an alternative news information source. All the news comes from the same source. It's just a different platform. Anyway, I don't believe Russia is our primary threat. They're just a neighbor whom we bicker with every now and then. I still think that our primary focus has to be on Asia, and in particular China. They're the military power that's being subdued, so being prevented from being the maximum potential they could be. As I've said in other videos, they do have a military that's large enough that they could occupy the major capitals of the world and basically take over. And if it weren't for a country like the United States, that would probably happen. Then Russia probably has a hand to play in it too. I mean, I'm sure Russia wouldn't want to see that happen either. But it's different powers and different military agendas that keep things from happening, which is a good thing, and just keep sort of a relative peace in the world. Because the thing is, China cannot be happy with their situation. They can't enjoy being played second fiddle towards everyone else. I mean, I'm sure the way the news is portrayed in Russia is much different than it is portrayed in the West, and they have a completely different outlook on life, and who knows what they think. I've never been to Russia. I hardly know any Russians. We certainly are not on terms where we talk about politics or anything like that. So I really, I don't know. I'm just a country bumpkin from Canada. Now, I am aware that we aren't ready for a global conflict. Our country's local populace is not in favor for it, but it's such a small population that it doesn't matter if we're ready for it or not. If it's coming, it's coming. And people need to understand that, whether they like it or not. You can get as stubborn as you want about it, but there are other people and other people's wills that will contradict yours. And there's too much to gain for other countries as well as our own by military dominance. And, like, there's just, you can't trust people. You can't trust governments. I did previously making a video saying that we need somewhat of a fascist system which would be us being told what to do by other people. But there's a way you can tinker with that where it's in the common man's interest. Because right now, we got bureaucrats and slimy diplomats and things like that who do despicable things, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's not in the general interests of the common man. And we end up paying the price for it. So, um, I don't know what else to say. There's global conflicts going on that directly affect our quality of life. Things could be better here. They don't have to be the way they are. But because our intellectuals, our military intellectuals, are occupied in their minds in other places of the world, our problems get shadowed and silenced. Nobody cares. And we're not the advanced civilization that we should be. Well, yeah, I've just kind of rambled on in this video. Didn't really have a specific goal I wanted to talk about. But, I mentioned a couple ideas anyway. So anyway, see you guys later.